So the powers and functions of the DILG, number one, assist the president in the exercise of general supervision over local governments. So it gives assistance to the president kung paano exercise ang general supervision over local governments. So ang kanina sabi natin, local government composed or comprises of the governors, provincial government, and the city or municipal unit. So advise the President in the promulgation of policies, rules, regulations, and other issuances on the general supervision over local governments and on public order and safety. So, they are merely the advisors of the President sa paggawa ng policies, rules, regulations, and issuances na pupwedeng makatulong sa local government o sa pagpapanatili ng public order and safety. Establish and prescribe rules, regulations, and other issuances implementing laws on public order and safety, the general supervision over local government, and promotion of local autonomy and community empowerment, and monitor compliance thereof. So, establish, prescribe, sila yung nagtatakda, sila yung magbibigay ng recommendation. So, yan yung kagandahan ng DILG. Provide assistance towards legislation regarding local government, law enforcement, and public safety, establish and prescribe plans, policies, programs, and promote peace and order. So, kasi nga, dahil sila yung natasan ng president, so they will provide assistance sa paggawa ng batas, so legislation. Okay, legislation ng local government units, ng law enforcement, and so on and so forth. So sila yung mag-a-assist sa paggawa ng batas. Formulate plans, policies, and programs which will meet local emergencies arising from natural and man-made disasters. So ito, kasala din sila sa formulation, paggawa ng mga plans, polisiya sa programa kung saan mayroon tayong local emergencies. For example, the COVID-19. So yan. It can be it is a emergency because it is a health emergency. Makikita natin, establish a system of coordination and cooperation among the citizenry, local executives, and the department to ensure effective and efficient delivery of basic services to the public. So, organize, train, and equip primarily for the purpose of police functions, a police force that is national in scope and civilian in character. The word national in scope and civilian in character, because all PNP, lahat ng personnel ng PNP, they are police, national in scope, so they can be reassigned to other areas within the country, but they are civilian in character. They are part of the community. Hindi katulad ng army, for example, although they existed inside the community, pero ang kanilang is yung sa halimbawa sa bundok, yan yung mga Pero tayo, pero ang PNP is well established to be part of the community para mag-provide ng peace and order. So yan yung, to sum up these powers and function of the DILG, makikita natin that it is more on peace and order, laws. So, kung paano magiging mas mabuti, maigi yung palakad ng ating local government units, ng agencies na sumasaklaw sa DILG. So, yan yung kagandahan ng powers and functions of the DILG. So, mayroon naman tayong relationships of the DILG with the Department of National Defense. Ano ang relationship ng DILG sa DND. So, under RA 6975, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, was in charge with external security while the DILG was in charge with internal security. When we say external security is that yung sa mga area far-flung areas, for example, sa mga bukid, sa mga lugar, sa mga boundaries, for example. So, DILG was in charge with internal security. Internal security is yung sa peace and order within the community kung saan nakaloob yung mga ano. So ang ibig sabihin nito is halimbawa kung may atake sa atin, may pupunta sa atin galing sa ibang bansa, for example, merong mag-declare ng war against us. So they are responsible for the external security. Tapos tayo sa loob lamang. Okay, under RA 8551, the Armed Forces of the Philippines is now in charge with both internal and external security with the PNP as support through information gathering once of ordinary police functions. To example nito, nandito sa 8551 kung saan ang AFP is in charge both sa internal at saka external. So, bakit? So, ang PNP is a mere support. Kung makikita natin noong kasagsagan ng Marawi Siege na ang nasa first line of defense was the AFP. So, nandun lamang sa likuran ang ating Philippine National Police to provide assistance and support. Okay, National Police Commission. Bakit? Ako matatanong, bakit ganun? Because the Armed Forces of the Philippines will train and equip sila ay na-train at saka equip sa pakikipagbakbakan sa ganong sitwasyon. Hindi katulad ng pulis na sa internal dati, sa loob lamang ng community kung saan nagpo-provide sila ng peace and order, maintenance of peace and order, arrest. Yan yung trabaho ng police officers. So National Police Commission, which is NAPOLCOM, letter B, an agency attached to the DILG for policy coordination. So ang NAPOLCOM is attached with the DILG. Still, sakla pa rin ng DILG, shall exercise administrative control and operational supervision over the PNP. So kapag may mga tanong, halimbawa may mga kaso, operational supervision, so ang concern niyan is NAPOLCOM. Okay, ang vision ng NAPOLCOM will be as follows. We envision the National Police Commission as a highly dynamic, committed and responsive administering and controlling body, actively and effectively facilitating the involvement of a highly professional, competent, disciplined, credible and trustworthy PNP. Bakit ito nandito? It is because kung magtitake kayo ng promotional exam or ang tinatawag nating entrance examination, so makikita natin na it is possible na lumabas ito sa exam. So ang mission naman nito is to administer and control the Philippine National Police with the end in view of maintaining a highly professional, competent, disciplined, credible and trustworthy PNP. So napakaganda. So, ang powers and functions of the Philippine National Police, letter A, exercise administrative control and operational supervision over the Philippine National Police, which shall mean the power to. Ito yung, pag sinabi natin administrative, it is either works, trabaho, sa loob lamang ng Philippine National Police. Develop policies and promulgate a police manual prescribing rules and regulation for efficient organization. So yan, nakikita natin na lahat ng gagawin ng isang police must be in adherence with the policies and guidelines as prescribed by the NAPOLCOM. Okay, examine and audit and therefore establish standard for such purposes on a continuing basis. Okay, makikita natin, for example, sa tinatawag nating exam applications sa Philippine National Police during the interviews, final board. So makikita natin na nandoon ang NAPOLCOM para tingnan yung ating application. Establish a system of uniform crime reporting. Okay, nandiyan ang crime reporting. Magkakatulad dapat. Conduct annual self-report service and compile statistical data for accurate assessment of the crime situation and the proper evaluation of the efficiency and effectiveness of all police units in the country. So, makikita natin dyan kung anong kaso, anong mga kaso yan, para well-informed sila. Approve or modify plans and programs on education and training, logistical requirements, communication record, information systems, crime laboratory, crime prevention, and crime reporting. So yan. Affirm, reverse, or modify through the National Appellate Board, personnel administrative actions involving demotion or dismissal. So sila yung nagbibigay ng demotion. For example, si SPO3 na demote dahil may kaso, so magiging SPO2 siya, matatanggalan ng isang ranggo. Okay, or dismissal, tatanggalin sa trabaho. Okay. Exercise appellate jurisdiction through the Regional Appellate Board over administrative cases against a policeman and over decision on claims for police benefits. So, yan din. Sila din is nag-exercise ng function sa pagbibigay, halimbawa, pag-approve ng decisions on claims for police benefits. Prescribe minimum standards for arms, equipment, and so on and so forth. Issue subpoena and subpoena jurisdictum in matters pertaining to the discharge of its own powers and duties, and designate who among the personnel can issue processes and administer oaths in connection therewith. So, ibig sabihin, nag-issue sila ng subpoena, subpoena jurisdictum, subpoena ad testacandum. So, it is possible na jurisdictum is all about the papers that can be presented in the court, o justice pero wala dyan si ad testacandum. Okay, inspect and assess the compliance of the Philippine National Police and establish criteria for manpower allocation, distribution, and deployment of their impact. So, nandyan, titignan nila kung i-assist nila, inspect nila kung ilang kulang na tao sa opisina, ilan yung kulang na arms na gagamitin. So, yan yung kanilang trabaho. Monitor the performance of the local chief executive as deputies of the commission. So, yan. Monitor nila yung mga local chief executives. For example, the governors, the mayors. So, yan yung trabaho nila. Monitor and investigate police anomalies and irregularities. So, yan din. Okay, advise the president on all matters involving police functions and administration. So, advisor din sila ng presidente sa lahat ng function and administration ng police. Render to the president and to Congress an annual report of its activities and accomplishment during the 30 days after the end of the calendar year, which shall include an appraisal of the conditions obtaining in the organization and administration of police agencies in the municipalities, cities, and provinces throughout the country, and recommendation for appropriate remedial legislation. So, mind you, pagdating sa board exam, kapag di mo na sa ulo yan, hindi mo inintindi, so mga kote ka. Ang masasabi mo sa sarili mo, dati tinuro sa amin ito ni Sir Candi, pero ikaw yung may kasalanan, kaya hindi ka pumasa ng board exam. So, inshallah, papasa kayo.